Hello, my name's Craig Hamilton Parker and I'm a medium, and I've been working a medium most of my working life, and most of the time it's been together with my wife Jane, who's also a medium. We came together through a whole strange series of coincidences triggered by the medium Doris Stokes that brought us together, and through a strange network of incidents we started both as a couple but started to work as mediums. And one of our first steps together was to start working in the media. And the book explains in a lot of places how we got started, and how if you're a medium too or a psychic working out there, you can get started too. In our case, we started off with what was called the Big Breakfast, if any of you remember that, because this is about our earlier work, I must say. And we were asked to predict next week's news today with Paulie Yates on the Big Breakfast on Channel 4 UK. Amazing experiences, lots of stories in there about our encounters with the celebrities on the channel, some of the things they had to say, some of their psychic experiences, and there's a whole section in here about celebrities and their psychic experiences and psychic encounters, as I've called it. Also, there's a lot in here from casebooks based around some of the people that have come to see us, and I've expanded it a little bit more than just that so that you can relate your own experiences to this. And I've brought in stories that people have sent me that I've worked with when I've worked in the newspapers. So I've got other stories in there from things such as like stories about ghosts and stories about Ouija boards. There's some weird stuff about that. A few odd stories. There's the story of Edgar Allan Poe, how he made some predictions about our family, and they weren't very nice predictions because it ended up with one of our family getting eaten. So that story's in there, and that's a real life true story that was also documented by Arthur Koestler, a famous parapsychologist. There's a load more in here there's so much actually that I forget what's in there. Yeah, we had the a lot about the evil spirits and the Ouija board. I've mentioned that already. Celebrities, there's stories in here about things like glimpses of the afterlife and people that had flights into the afterlife, as I've called it. Nowadays we call these near-death experiences. So there's a number of interesting stories there that give kind of proof of life after death, but in a different way to the way a medium would give it. There's a lot of also stories in here, some of the people that come to see us, and some of the backstories that went with some of the stuff that you've seen on TV too. So there's been some interesting stories that once you start asking a few questions, I begin to think, oh, the things that spirits seem to know is amazing, and how people's lives get changed, and you don't realise at the time of the reading just what an influence mediumship has had. There's a few funny stories in there too about our work in spiritualism, where it often encounters all sorts of strange characters and people. Yeah, I think you'll love this. There's bits in here about UFOs as well, some of the things we had with UFOs, and some of the really weird experiences we've had with actual physical type of mediumship, where lights have appeared that are absolutely seen by everybody. And my real favourite part, actually, which is really relevant today because so many people started getting interested in this. Early on, Jane and I went to see Sathya Sai Baba, the Hindu holy man avatar, they would call him, and witnessed firsthand a miracle by him and some of the inner experiences that Jane and I had when we made these incredible encounters. This was before he became as well known as he is today, but he's passed away now, of course. But fascinating stuff. I think any of you, whether you've heard of Sai Baba before or never heard of him, this is quite an interesting first encounter. It shows you what a medium or a psychic's, how they feel. You know, people from all sorts of walks of life have seen Sai Baba, from psychiatrists to Catholic priests to owners of fast food chains, all sorts of people. But you know, this is the encounter from a psychic medium's point of view. So there's lots there. It's like I say, it's a lot of our earlier life and a lot of the early things of how you get started as a medium. That might interest a lot of you. And yeah, I hope you enjoy that book. You can get it from a website which is listed below, as also from Amazon if you type my name in. But the website will take you straight there as well. And if you've got any questions about these type of things, you can also come to my website and you can post on the articles on the forums and in our live chat rooms, and myself or some of the mediums and spiritualists that work with me can give you an answer.